Hello and welcome to Extra Time. Here we are once again. Paul Mariner is with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Very bright.
You all right?
Why you laugh at your own name?
Well, I know what's coming.
What do you mean you know what's coming?
Custard pie time, isn't it?
No custard pies. Craig,
Oh,
can you analyse the Qarabag goal and what do they need to do next year to get out of the Europa group stage? What's the Qarabag goal? I don't think I've seen it.
No idea.
not yet.
No? You haven't seen it? Why have they given us this question?
Oh, is that the own goal?
I don't know.
Talk to me, producer.
What's going on?
I've no idea.
Ah,
Let me see.
wait.
Is that what he just sent me?
I don't know. What's he sent you? No, he sent you something else.
Oh, he's sending me stuff.
Right, this has worked well. Good.
On another note, I know why PSG are only 6th in the top 10.
Well, because last time you said because during
Yeah.
the show.
Because they're not top of their group in the Champions League.
Right.
So they're
PSG.
below the others who are top.
Why is
Borussia Dortmund aren't top.
No, but they're top in the Bundesliga.
But PSG are top in Liga.
Yeah, well, it's legal.
And PSG
Going
just beat
wrong.
Liverpool.
It's all going wrong.
Yeah, but Liverpool, what, 3rd? No. They're not in the top 10 either. Pointing behind there, because
Why are we
Liverpool not in the top 10 either.
Why are we talking about that?
I just brought it up.
Why is that the first question?
I don't know, I'm just reading.
He sent me 2 videos on my phone.
Right.
I have no idea what they are, but they're nothing to do with that question.
Were there any goals?
I didn't see the Qarabag goal, if he even did get a goal.
Did he send you any goals?
That's for tomorrow. We'll do Qarabag tomorrow.
Yes.
If you were Neymar's teammates, what would you tell him?
By the way, how many Europa League games were on today? These crackers,
Not
innit?
enough. Not enough for me.
You know, it's the same amount every Thursday, isn't it?
No wonder I'm off enough. Why am I in?
We are all asking.
Why am I here today?
If you were Neymar's teammates, what would you tell him or do to him for all the diving and crying?
Oh,
Well, you'd obviously try and have a little word in his shell, like to try and
In his what?
in his shell, like in his ear, to knock off the antics. But look, I don't think it's possible for him to change. I thought he changed a little bit after the World Cup, but I think it's in his DNA.
Paul. Sorry, what's your name? Jules. Do PSG fans care about the antics, or do they just care about him being one of the best players in the world?
I think they care more about the talent. There were tensions between him and the fans last season when he had that spat with Cavani over the penalty, where some of his attitudes in terms of being disrespectful towards the league and the other league and clubs, I think that's gone, and now they really want them to be part of the team. I think that's the most important for them. I don't think there's so much of the antics, again, the things that were reported in England, for example. I don't think that has had any sort of impact with the PSG fans, but I'm not sure he's a favourite right now. Like, I'm not sure if the ultras, for example, like Cavani more than Neymar, or Neymar more than Cavani, or Mbappe more than Neymar, but they certainly recognise the talent for sure.
something more.
That's not going to care.
No fans care whether Cavani goes round to Mbappe's or Neymar's for dinner or a glass. They don't. They only care about one thing: watching the team playing well and winning.
If Neymar had done the rainbow at the end, as he did to Shaqiri, to you, would you have kicked him?
Yes,
Yeah?
100%.
Well,
Absolutely.
depends what's within the laws of the game. I mean, it's.
It's in the law, isn't it? You didn't do anything naughty.
If it's outside the
No, I
box,
said
if it's
kicking
outside the
people.
box, I'm
Kicking.
kicking
Oh,
it.
you mean kicking?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can't. You've got to find different ways to get your revenge.
Right.
And it's become increasingly
It
difficult
sounds
now
like
in
you've done that before.
multi-camera
Craig.
games.
Have you done that before, Craig?
No, maybe. Multi-camera games, as most big games are now, it makes it nigh on impossible.
Did you ever take revenge on people who broke the old
Yes, absolutely.
elbows?
Yeah, of course I did. Because you could in those days.
Jules, where does Veratti rank amongst the world's elite midfielders, and your thoughts on his performance last night?
I thought he was very good last night he should have been sent off early on, but he stayed on the pitch.
from that.
I thought he was very good up to the he was very good up to the 75th minute. I think then physically he still can't last the whole 90 minutes. I think maybe his lifestyle has something to do with that, and maybe the smoking as well. However, I think he's an incredible talent. I think he needs to grow up a bit more and mature a bit more in his head, and as we said, in his lifestyle as well.
Is he a
but
party?
he has
Does he go out
everything, I
partying a lot,
think,
does he, Jules?
I mean, yeah, last month he'd been done for drink driving in Paris, for example, after one of those nights out. So I think there's a lot of things he can improve overall, on the pitch, off the pitch. But I think in pure talent, he really has something special when he's fit and when he wants to be focused.
Jules, just a quick one. Does Kimpembe always take as many chances on the ball in his own penalty area?
He drove me mad last night. There's a couple of ones in the first half where you're thinking like, just boot it on the periphery. I don't care where the ball goes. Don't lose it there. I think Tuchel wants that, but to a certain extent and certain limit, and Kimpembe is still very young and he will learn, but my word, my heart couldn't take him much longer last night.
Neither could Buffon's behind him.
Oh, Buffon, you've got to be careful as well at his age.
No, I noticed he almost got himself in a couple of really bad situations. But that's a classic case of your manager trying to ingrain it in you to play when the basics of football remain the same. You know, when it's time to clear your lines, get it out off the field. But, you know.
Shaka,
Yeah.
who are the rowdiest fans you've ever faced?
The who?
Rowdiest.
I don't know.
Millwall?
Nah, I never had any issues
Sunderland?
with Millwall. Sunderland Newcastle derbies were tasty. Actually, first year they didn't allow away fans in at all, and then the next 2 years you see why. That was tasty. But other than that, I never had any issues. Even I never went back to Millwall as a West Ham player, which would have been awful. I went there a couple of times with Pompey, no real issues with them at all. Some of the fans in Central America during the World Cup qualifiers, which we've spoken about before.
Yeah, that's with the
Yeah.
bags of...
Yes, the bags. Those, kind of scar the memory a little bit.
Maris?
Paris Salonika in the UEFA Cup.
Where do they play?
Greece, isn't it?
No, that's why I asked.
So we go there and we're going to the...
Is that not Cyprus?
Something like that. Yeah, same parish. So all the windows got caved in on our bus.
Wow.
And his uncle, Georgie boy,
Yeah.
got smacked right in the face with this brick.
Ooh. Let me know.
Yeah. No, it was really, really bad. And then during the game, they were absolutely crazy. Really.
Wow.
That was very rough.
Yeah.
Don't be sad, Dan. Hey, we lost.
Oh.
But went through.
Is it Cyprus? Is it?
I think it is, aye.
Get your job.
Only there was some sort of instrument we could use.
Well, I don't want to be seen to be
Yeah.
taking the phone because it's...
Rowdiest
Hello,
fans.
hello.
You go in Syria again.
Yeah.
Well, I was played against Millwall in the FA Cup. They were in the lower division at the time, and there was police horses on the field at the end of the game.
Oh.
Well, while the game was still going on, the fans were getting a bit rowdy, and then I suppose the Rangers fans in the Old Firm derby were very
I bet they were.
raucous. When we got off the bus, particularly at Ibrox,
I bet.
to go into the dressing rooms, it was only a short stroll into
I think
the throngs of Ibrox, but it was quite a dangerous one.
the Millwall fans in the old days were crazy. We played them in the quarter-final of the Cup, and they actually left their area and invaded the stand where the director's box was.
Oh.
And the game had to be stopped, so we had to go off the field. We stayed in the dressing room for maybe 10 or 15 minutes until the police cleared it out. So we go back out, we turn them over, we're going out to the bus, and I'm walking out with Bobby Robson, and there wasn't one window, not one window in our team bus. So he says, "What are we going to do?" I said, "Well, you're the gaffer." I said, "You better get another bus fast." I said, "Then we're going to get back to Ipswich." Gaffer couldn't work it out. Not one window in our bus.
Wow.
Yeah, it was wild.
See, the old days were... Because when I played in the Scotland-England game, I didn't feel that the fans were ever going to
Couldn't
be...
get to you, could they not?
They were never going to be... I never felt the games I played in those Scotland-England, they were going to be trouble. But when he was playing,
Yeah.
they not get stopped at one point.
Yeah,
They actually stopped the fixture at one point because of the
There's a game
English hooligans.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
well, it might have
There's a
been-
good chapter in Stevie's book
might have
about
been a
when
bit
he
of
was a
both.
Scotland fan,
Yeah,
young Scotland
that was
fan.
the game
going,
when they came on and pulled the goalpost down, right? Was that that? Was that in 80?
That was at Wembley.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember the score. I just remember the story of what happened after.
Yeah. But
You have to buy the book.
But the funny thing was when you went to Hampden, because obviously no England fans went to Hampden. You remember the old days, 125,000, that's a decent crowd. So we'd pull out in the bus, the England bus, and all these really handsome Scottish men with their kilts on would choose to bring their kilts on.
And expose their buttocks.
In unison and expose their buttocks. So we thought it was very funny.
Of course.
I had a friend of mine who's an older gentleman. He's a Scotland fan, and years and years ago they were travelling down to Wembley, and the minibus broke down. There was about 12 or 14 of them, and they were at the side of the motorway, quite close to London, and a lad's truck stopped and said, an English gentleman said, "Don't worry, lads, jump in the back of the truck." They all had the kilts on, so it was obvious. Jump in the back of the truck, and I'll take you to Wembley, and you'll not miss the game. So,
Nice.
brilliant! They all get in the back of the truck.
Where did he take them?
He drove it off somewhere that they didn't know, parked the truck up, and left them.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, bloody Scots, you're not seeing this game. Parked it up and left it, locked it up.
That's magic.
Needless to say, they could have been doing with some of those bags.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Paul, is this your last show with us for a while?
Yes, I'm going to
you
England.
going?
I'm going to England on Tuesday.
He's going to have a lovely time.
I'm going to watch the biggest game in Liverpool's
From the pub.
from the pub.
Yeah, get an Uber to the pub, don't bother.
That is it then. We are done. Shaka and Craig, though.
I'm coming
We
back.
afford such luxuries as vacations. You'll be back tomorrow with Stuart Robson to look ahead to the North London derby.
Shaq's used his 12 weeks.